There we go. And we are live from Trigon Studios. It is the Lalaki Keecha Minus podcast. But before we get into this episode, I need to go ahead and give you a viewer discretion right now. Because this episode is wild. Woo! I know, right? But before we get into that, as you guys already know, we got Naru in the building. We have her essential oils, and they are essential for your life if you want to just level up. So this episode, I want to go ahead and jump right into it because it's a pretty lengthy story, but it's badass, okay? It all begun on my birthday last year, right? I was like, hey, we doing something special this year, boys and gals. We going to Thailand, all right? The place, Swatika. We going to Thailand, the place where they shot The Hangover, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be Mike Tyson in Bangkok, okay? So I decide I fly to Bangkok, I land, I go to a hostel. And the thing about when you're living the hostel lifestyle, as some of you backpackers know, you go and you flip this switch that you just become extroverted. Like every person is your best friend, right? So I walk up the stairs into this hostel and I meet this guy named Mark Willer. Shout out to my boy Mark Willer. I'm dry snitching sometimes. I'm throwing names if your name is okay to be thrown in, all right? I see Mark. I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, yo, bro. I'm like, what you getting into tonight? Where are we getting crazy? And he's like, yo, bro, we about to go watch some Muay Thai fights. And I'm like, I'm in. I'm ready. So he's like, okay, let me finish taking a shower. We go. I got some boys downstairs. We all go out. I'm like, say less. So I drop my bags off, go downstairs. I meet him and the boys. It's me, Austin, Mark, Fred, a bunch of other names that I don't want to throw out right now. But we all get together and we decide to go ahead and move out. So we hop in our tut-tut, we drive. Before we go to the fight, we stop and get food. So we're sitting on the water. We're looking at the beautiful Bangkok skylines. We eating a whole lot of fish, okay? Like tons of fish. Keep that in mind. We eat the food, we finish, we pay, Swatika. We move out, all right? We go to the Muay Thai fight. When I tell you, I see a man get beat to sleep, like Undertaker music start playing. They had to pick this man up on a stretcher and walk him out. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I came here for. So after the fight, we go out of the Muay Thai area and we walk down the street. We go back to the hostel. We get changed because we like, let's go, boys. We in Thailand tonight. Let's go get crazy. So we decide that we're going to go to what's called Koh San Road. Koh San Road is the epitome of just slutty Bangkok nights, okay? I don't recommend it, but you're gonna end up there if you go to Bangkok because that's just where everybody goes. It's just loud, it's wild, and they sell what's called buckets, okay? Buckets are literally like little kids' sand pails filled with alcohol, all right? And so I go, all right, let me get one of those buckets. Let me get the blue safari. Because I just came from Zanzibar. So, I'm on my African vibes right now. Shout out to Burna Boy. And so I'm drinking my little bucket and I'm like, there ain't no alcohol in here. All right, give me 2 more, sweetheart. So now I'm sitting around here with my 3 buckets, okay? I got one that I'm sipping on, got one for in 3 minutes, then I got one for when we leave the bar. So I'm drinking the first bucket, finish it, holding the second bucket. All I see is this little like metal Godzilla come walking down the street. And so I do what I do best. I begin to have a breakdancing contest with this metal Godzilla. So we in the street and we just going hard, all right? And so I'm having a ball. I'm having a ball on my birthday in Bangkok. And then Austin comes up to me and he goes, hey bro, you want to do some balloons? I've never heard of balloons. And I'm like, what are balloons? And he's like, hey, let me get 2 balloons. He doesn't even tell me what they are. So he gets his balloon, I get my balloon, and I take my first balloon. I just start levitating, right? I come back to the ground and I bust out laughing. Now me and Austin are looking at each other. We're just dying. Everybody's looking at us. I'm like, give me 10 more of whatever that is. So now me and Austin are just taking balloons after balloons. Come to find out, it's nitro. You know the stuff that you put in cars to go fast? They put that in balloons and you just inhale it, right? It's the craziest thing, but it's so much fun. And so, but I don't recommend it. all the kids out there listening. So after we finish our balloons, I'm drinking the second bucket, finish the second bucket. Everybody's like, some girls come up to us and they're like, hey boys, do y'all want to go out to the club? And we in Bangkok. Of course we want to go out to the club. So I get my bucket. I walk to where the club is at, right? With the ladies, my boy Austin, Mark, everybody. We all walk into the club. We end up getting to the club. I'm like, let me inside because I'm a boss. And the club owner or the guy in the front is like, sorry, you can't bring in that bucket. So I go, all right, say less. Finish the bucket in like 0.10 seconds flat. I walk into the bar and immediately, you know who's already stopping me because they stop me everywhere I go. Lady boys. So the lady boys stop me and they're like, you want to have a drink? And I'm on one right now. So I'm like, I don't care who you are. I'm not turning this down. So they pour me up a shot, take the shot. I'm like, thank you, ladies. I'm off. So I continue to walk through the club. All I know is time like cap cut. Like, you know, I just kind of like skipped a moment and now I'm on stage and I'm dancing on the stage looking at the crowd and I'm just like, you are all my people. Like, I feel like a messiah right now. And out of nowhere, something told me, oh, you better get down. And I'm like, huh? That first bucket hits me. I get immediately overly drunk. Like, in the first second, my legs are all wobbly. And I'm like, oh, no, I need to get out of here. So I stumble off the stage, and I'm like, let me get out of this club. All I know is the lady boys come, and they go, where you think you going? I'm like, ladies, ain't got time for this. I walk out the club. I get back to the Koh San Road, and everything is just like blurry, right? And I'm like, oh, this is too much. So I walk down to the end of the Koh San Road, and I'm like, this is too much. Let me buy a blunt because weed is legal in Thailand. So I buy one off the side of the road. I'm smoking it, and I go, oh, this ain't making it any better. And all I know is that second bucket hits me. I'm like, oh no, oh no, I need to find my way back to the hostel. I'm over here bumping into homeless people, and all I can tell you guys is I had this internal conversation with myself where I said, Hunter, you need to do better. You need to do better in life. This is not you. I don't know who this character is that you're playing, but this ain't him. So I somehow find my way back to the hostel, right? I get into the hostel, and I stumble up the stairs. I'm like, whew, at least I made it back because I don't know how I found my way back. But I found my way back. I press my little key card and get back into my room. I walk in, and in the bed next to me, two people are having sex, like wide open, don't even have their curtains closed. And I'm just like, not my problem. But there's two other girls who just came into the hostel. So they're at the top. Mark is asleep on the top. And all I know is I sober up. Like immediately, I'm in the hostel, like second wind. I'm like, yo, what's up, guys? We're in there, we're talking, we're laughing and stuff. And that voice came back and said, oh, you think you good? You thought I was feeling you? Get in bed. So I lay down in the bed, and all I know is that third bucket finally shows up. And my bed starts feeling like a cruise ship. It starts rocking, and I'm like, oh no. My mouth starts getting watery. And I'm like, oh no, here it comes. Here comes the puke. So I get up, I run to the bathroom, and all I know is I start just throwing up all over the place. And it's like cookie dough. You know, it's like, and not only is it cookie dough, but I just ate a crap ton of seafood. So it's like the worst type of throw up, right? And it was so bad that I was like, wait a second, was I poisoned? Like, this isn't a normal hangover type of puke. This is a very bad puke. So all I know is I'm like, oh no, I need to get some fresh air. So I pick myself up, pull myself off the wall, and I stumble down the stairs out of the hostel because I need to get some fresh air. I take my little do-rag off because I'm like, I need air. I can't breathe. Take my do-rag off. And all I know is I'm sitting there puking into the bushes, and these two, like this Russian and German couple walk over to me, and they're like, hey bro, are you okay? And I wake up in my bed. I am butt naked in my bed. My pants are gone. My shoes are off. I ain't got my socks on. My keys are gone. My phone has disappeared. And my wallet is nowhere to be found. And I'm just laying there. And all I hear is, man, that boy, Hunter was sick last night. Y'all heard him puking? And I'm like, I wasn't sick. I was lit. But I get out of my bed to go find I wrap a little blanket around. I look into my locker. And somehow when I get this drunk, I'm very organized. I put everything inside of my locker. I hung my shirt up. My pants were neatly folded. I was like, thank you, God. Thank you. Mashallah. Inshallah. And so at this point, I'm like, you know what? I can't do this again. This ain't you. Tonight, I am halal. Okay? So my homies, I walk out the room after I get my second win, and they're like, yo, Hunter, tonight we're going to do the same thing we did last night again. And I'm like, let me stop you right there. I'm halal. All right? I'm not on that. And they're like, yeah, we're going to be at Koh San Road if you need us. And I'm like, all right, say less. So nighttime comes, the sun goes down, and it's time for me to do what I say. If I say I'm going to be halal, then I'm going to be halal. All right? So I go to Koh San Road, and I'm walking there. I'm walking through. Everybody has their, pina coladas and their tequila, and I have my shawarma and my dragon fruit smoothie. And so I'm drinking my dragon fruit smoothie, eating my shawarma. But the thing about it is that being around drunk people when you're sober isn't that fun. And so I'm like, this sucks. I wish I was having fun. And so I was like, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and take it on home. Go back to the hostel. So I started making my little walk. Walking past all the weed guys. Sorry, guys. Halal tonight. Walking past people. You want drinks? No need. I'm halal. All I know is I get to the point where you're about to make the turn to get back towards the hostel. And I have these guys come out. They're like, girls. And I'm like, no, don't need girls. I need my bed. And then one guy out of nowhere comes out the corner. He's like, ping pong? Ping pong? I'm intrigued. So I shuffle back and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, I'll take you to a ping pong show right now. 10,000 baht to get in. Be one of the greatest nights of your life. And I'm just kind of like, I am intrigued. Okay. I have a tattoo on my wrist, and my tattoo says, ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no means why not? I looked down at my wrist. When I saw that, I said, ¿Por qué no? So I hop in the back of this guy's tut-tut, and we begin to drive. We start driving so far that I realized I was in danger. And the way that you know you're in danger in a place like Bangkok is you don't see no white people. So I do the only thing I could do at this time. I send my brother Sinclair, shout out to Sinclair. I send him a message and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm in Bangkok, going to a ping pong show. This is my address. And he's like, all right, have fun. And I'm like, my brother's a G. So we eventually drive. We end up at this warehouse, right? It's only me and the tut-tut driver outside of this warehouse. So he turns around and he's like, all right, we're at the ping pong show. Just go down the stairs. Tell the person at the door you're here for ping pong. And I'm like, how about you stay here? Just wait for me. All right, don't leave. He's like, okay, I'll be here and I'll pick you up tonight. And I'm like, all right, seems pretty legit. Am I going to get sold into sex trafficking? Maybe. But okay, no. So I walk inside the warehouse. I walk down these stairs. I get to the bottom of the stairs, and it's just this Thai guy sitting there with his little Coca-Cola. And we're looking at each other. He's not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. And I go, ping pong show. And he's like, 10,000 baht. And I'm like, all right. Give him my 10,000 baht. By the way, I have no idea what I'm walking into right now. He opens up the door. I walk inside, and it is a stage full of naked Thai women just dancing on the stage. And I'm like, it's better than being sex trafficked. And so I walk in, and they're like, chocolate man. And I'm like, yeah, ladies, chocolate man in the building. I'm feeling myself. So I walk into like this little booth area, and all the people are just looking at me because obviously I'm not supposed to be here. This just is not where I'm supposed to be, but I'm here. And so this old woman comes and she's coming to sit in the booth, and I can tell that she's like the owner of this place, right? She comes, puts her little hands on my thighs, and she starts trying to like solicit her services to me. And I'm like, sorry, lady, halal. And so, and so eventually they're like, okay, well, do you want anything to drink? And I'm like, yeah, give me a Coke. By the way, this is the most expensive Coke I've ever bought in my life, just so y'all know. But they bring me the Coke, and they're like, okay, are you ready for the show? And I'm like, yeah. So I think the girl's about to start dancing, which I kind of assume. And all I know is they gave me a ping pong paddle. So now I'm sitting there with a ping pong paddle in this strip club. And I'm like, now what? And have you guys ever seen like those dinners where they bring out like the big old like turkey on like a table? Well, they bring out this woman on a table and sit her in front of me, right? And so I'm sitting there with my ping pong paddle and my dragon fruit smoothie. And all I know is this woman looks at me and she takes out this cup of like 3 ping pong balls and drops them into her baby sack. And all I know is, and now I'm playing Fruit Ninja with these darn ping pong balls being shot from a vajayjay. And I must tell you, I have never been so impressed in my life by this woman's talent. I was blown away, absolutely blown away, I must say. But after I kind of like, calmed down from the amount of just sheer talent from these women that are inside of this building. Like, it was another woman. She asked me, what's your name? And at first I was thinking about giving her an A-list name, because I'm like, my mama can't know I'm in these type of places. I would never be able to travel again. I was like, my name is Hunter. And she was like, where are you from, Hunter? And I was like, America. She puts a marker up and she begins to like Chinese squat, and she writes my name, Hunter, Thailand loves you, on this piece of paper, gives it to me. I still have the paper now. It's framed, signed. It's in Zanzibar, my mama's house, just so you know. Shout out to you, mama. So at this point, I'm just like, wow, this is much better than I expected. But I looked into the back of the club, and that's where the girls who aren't necessarily performers, but they're there. And you can tell that these women don't really want to be here. They don't. You can tell it's not their vibe. And it made me actually look at the situation in Thailand differently. And it's interesting because I meet a lot of backpackers when I'm traveling around, when I work in KL and all this kind of stuff. And everybody's like, the people in Bangkok are just so like, they're just not nice. And that night gave me some insight into why they are the way that they are towards travelers. And that's because people, when they go to countries like that, which maybe doesn't make as much money, or they're known to be sexualized and all these things, they don't treat them like humans. They treat them like objects. And that's a big reason why there's no human interactions in countries like that. And I really find that to be unfortunate. So when I saw that, I felt really bad. And I will always say, don't go to ping pong shows. Is it a hell of an experience? Abso-fucking-lutely. But it's exploitation, and it's gross, and the people there, and the people there do not want to be there, unfortunately. So treat people with respect when you come out here to Southeast Asia, because these people are freaking amazing. Asia is amazing. Africa's amazing. If you come from the West, don't bring your mindset over there. Enjoy their mindset. Show them love. And make sure that you get your essential oils, because they're essential. I appreciate y'all. Everybody that's tuning into these videos from the Lalaki Kicha Manis podcast. We have my studio of absolutely fantastic people. We got Narul on the side. She comes up with the catering. We got Amiral, SEO God. We got Naru. If you need a massage, if you need your essential oils, whatever you need, smell your wrist and you know she around. You know she around. So y'all, Lalaki Kicha Manis, episode 5, Lima, Tiju, whatever you want to call it, whatever language, number 5 has just been a wrap. Thanks, guys. Much love. lalaki kicha manis, bunkos.